talk me through some of those issues I know outlined on the back cover of the book. We have entitlement, laziness, and victimism as three of the issues that you address in the book. Talk us through these.
And we cannot be blaming apartheid forever. At some point, we need to say things are not changing, things are not moving. What do we need to do? We need to take accountability at some stage. So for the sake of progress, I'm saying maybe we need to acknowledge and take some blame to say the fact that we are not progressing as a race. It might be there are some things that we are not doing right, but at the same time, we need to work twice as hard to make sure that we advance. On the question of exhibitionist mentality, I'm talking about the culture that's there in the Black communities, where we like showing off, we like wearing expensive clothes, and you find we don't have a proper house to stay in. We don't have we drive in nice cars, but we can't take our kids to university. We don't have investment portfolios, but we drive in these flashy cars. So I'm saying the mindset has to change to say first things first. Let's focus on important things. It is not wrong to drive a flashy car. It is not wrong to wear expensive clothes. But if you have all those things at the expense of important things like taking your child to university or having a proper shelter, then it becomes a problem. On the issue of laziness, all I'm saying is we need to acknowledge that apartheid has set us back in comparison to other races. So we are way behind. And for us to catch up, we need to work twice as hard. We need to work thrice as hard. When we find ourselves idling, we need to say, what can we do to improve our lives, to improve our community's life? So we can't be relaxed about it. And that is why if you go to our townships, our villages, and even in the suburbs, the people who are mowing our lawn, the people who are doing painting, the people who are doing our plumbing, it is not South Africans, it is people from outside. Because there's this perception in the Black communities to say those jobs are not ours. And yet we can't find proper jobs. I mean, you look at the graduates, more and more people are getting qualifications, but they are not getting jobs. And now, not that there are zero job opportunities, but as Black people, we don't want to, if you are given a cashier job and you've got a degree, you feel insulted because you feel you deserve something better. But at the moment, you can't get that something better. And I'm saying it is about our attitude. So what we need to do is whatever is available, let's take it. Let's take it. And when you are there, you don't know who's watching, and when you are there, you are able to establish relationships and networks so that you can get the kind of a job that you want. But we can't be idling and saying there are no jobs when a cashier job is available, and saying there are no jobs when a cleaning job is available. I'm not saying we must be cleaners, but all I'm saying is we can begin somewhere, and it talks to our attitude. If I've got this attitude that I cannot do a cashier job, then I'm wondering if I will be successful even if I'm given a job that I'm qualified to do. And lastly, the entitlement mentality. You realize that when ANC government got into power, we were promised things, and now some of the things are not materializing. Hence the escalating number of service delivery protests, because people feel they're entitled to what they are promised. And now it becomes a cancer in our community, in the sense that people now, they demand things, because now government promised us houses, now we demand those houses. Government promised us these things, we demand these things. Now, you know, once you have this entitlement mentality, you see nothing wrong for you to demand things that you are supposed to work for. And you see, government also is not helping us to be self-reliant in a sense, because now they're promising and giving us these houses, and they're giving these houses to people who are able, who've got hands, who've got legs, who've got minds, who can work, but they are not working. You give them a house, and the question is, if somebody's not working, you give him a house, how is he going to look after the house?
Now, it sounds like you're very passionate on this topic. What kind of reception do you get from people when you speak about the themes in this book?
I get mixed feeling. Firstly, you get a sense, especially from my Black brothers and sisters, you get a feeling that says you are criticizing us. but I'm saying this is a necessary criticism for us to advance. These issues are uncomfortable to talk about, but we need to talk about. And at the same time, you get a group of people who, especially based on the title, before even reading the book, they will say I'm a racist, and then I explain to them to say, I'm not a racist. A racist is somebody who looks down on another race, or who expresses his hatred or disgust towards other races. I'm a black person. I'm talking to black people, and I'm saying, as black people, we've got what it takes. As black people, we've got the ability to do any other thing like any other race can. But we have to fix these other things. There's a quote that I put right at the front of the book, where I say, there's nothing wrong with being black. However, there's issues with the black race. And those issues are going to be resolved by black people themselves, not any other person. So I'm saying we need not to expect help from somewhere. We need to take ownership as black people and say, let's resolve our issues.